10 tips for frugal living. 1. Budgeting. Start by creating a detailed budget that tracks your income and expenses. This helps you clearly see where your money sneaks off to and puts into perspective how those little purchases can quickly add up. A lot of people don't like the idea of sticking to a budget because it feels like putting yourself on a lease. But budgeting is actually freeing. First, realize that entertainment expenses total about only 5% a month. 5% isn't big enough to justify cutting out, so we don't have to worry about limiting our budget for fun. 2. Prioritizing. Needs over wants distinguish between essential expenses, needs, and non-essential ones, wants. When I used to grocery shop, right before checking out, I would try and recall everything I bought. If I forgot an item, then that means I probably didn't really need that item, so I put it back. And then seeing the junk food compared to the necessary meat and potatoes helped me see that I was just craving wants over needs. Nowadays, I try not to even step foot in a store. It saves both time and money. Here's how. Ordering groceries for pickup allows me to buy exactly what I want and nothing else. I'm not tempted to buy based off emotion or marketing. Impulse purchases are much fewer and healthier recipes are the default. 3. Saving on utilities. Implement energy-saving habits and consider switching to more efficient appliances. There are many hacks here. Using smart thermostats so you save on energy when you're not home. Sealing all windows and doors means your air conditioner can work more efficiently. Unplug devices when not in use as a phenomenon known as phantom load. This trickles power that you're being charged for every month. Switching to LED bulbs is a no-brainer, as these use 90% less energy. Speaking of less energy, does anyone still use hot water to wash clothes? It's not needed with modern detergents. We must all use power for our day-to-day living, but now we can be smarter about it and use less energy to save money every month. 4. Meal planning. Plan meals in advance to reduce food waste and grocery expenses, as well as avoiding fast food, which is getting more and more expensive. On my weekends, I like preparing 2 to 3 bulk meals: spaghetti, cheesy chicken rice, broccoli casserole, lentil chili. These meals can be made cheaply and are much more nutrient-packed than fast food orders. And bulk meal planning means you have more time for other activities like learning new skills to advance your progress. Not to mention that if you take advantage of crock pots and rice cookers, these meals can be made even easier with near zero effort. Be on the lookout for our next video, 10 fast, easy, healthy, cheap bulk meals. 5. Cutting down on subscriptions. Evaluate and cancel unnecessary subscriptions or memberships. Even if you use multiple subscriptions, do you really need to use each one every month? Just rotating through subscriptions can help you save money. We like to watch Netflix for a couple of months, cancel and switch to Hulu or Peacock for another couple of months. This lets us save money while new content is added. All it takes is 5 minutes of checking your bank transactions to find subscriptions you've forgotten about and easily cancel. Not to mention those sneaky subscriptions that have become active after the free trial you forgot to cancel. Paying for a music subscription service? Why substitute it for a YouTube subscription since they have every song ever made? 6. DIY projects. Explore do-it-yourself options for repairs and simple home improvements. We live in a day and age where many car repairs can be found with step-by-step instructions on YouTube. Most people don't know that you can get free diagnostic services from AutoZone. They don't charge for the machine that reads your car's alert codes. Once car problems are diagnosed, you're already halfway done. Taking your car in for repair at the dealership is the most expensive option. Try shopping around for quotes. You can easily drop the price of most repairs. 7. Second-hand shopping. Buy gently used items or shop at thrift stores for clothing and household goods. We love buying at deep discounts, and you will become addicted to finding great deals. A strategy we use is to visit thrift stores near expensive colleges and universities. You can often find name-brand clothing if you're into that. 8. Transportation savings. Use public transportation, carpool, or bike to save on fuel and maintenance costs. The city we live in has a subsidized car service that's cheaper than other ride services. 9. Avoiding impulse purchases, practice mindful spending, and avoid buying on impulse. It's sad to say, but most purchases don't do anything to actually improve our mood, or we find that the purchase just wasn't worth the extra calories. It's fun to try new things, but do this as a treat, not every time you're out. Having discipline in mindful purchasing can save you a lot, especially depending on the venue. Is a $9 beer really worth it at that baseball game? Are you really going to enjoy that $20 souvenir after your vacation? 10. Building an emergency fund. Set aside savings for unexpected expenses to avoid financial stress. This fund has been a lifesaver on more than one occasion. Your car finally breaks down, or a medical emergency happens. Being cushioned means that you don't have to borrow money at high rates. A transition will happen. You will no longer feel bad for paying for these emergencies with your built-up emergency fund, because you know in the long run you're going to save money every month, not having to pay someone back with interest. Start small. Most Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency. If you're able to save $1,000, you'd be better off than 56% of Americans. Once you eventually have to use your emergency fund, work on getting it back so you can have the peace of mind. Thanks for watching. Feel free to adopt as many of these tips and comment your own below. We'd love to hear from you. Which of these tips will you start using? Don't forget to like and subscribe and wait for our next video. 10 fast, easy, healthy, cheap bulk meals.